Yeah. Definitely not wanting to... Where's the Vicar? There we go. I was going to the wrong place.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Oh, the general store.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
I'm not holding out hope.
Corporate never visits. Oh, look at this church. I guess it's like a...
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare
What does this
better
have to
than
do
me,
with
I'd pay a handsome sum for the
with
book.
what we're doing?
What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never. I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Yeah.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here. Any progress on that matter?
What does this have to do with...
Please. What would you like to...
Where are we headed? That's on account of how I never met her. It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
My perception is not high enough.
I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Okay. Where's that book? A small community directly north of Edgewater. Mark the location on your map. Let's go to the community center. Okay, there's the community center. Now let's run over here.
Coming back.
Let me look through this. I want to know how this works. Okay.
Okay, keep him quiet. Let's go! Everyone all right?
Okay, that plasma rifle's pretty good. It's that ringleader. There he is. Just has light machine gun. It's no use. Energy cells. Light pistol. 5% and a geographic scanner. Increase the range at which interactable objects are highlighted. Messages. I must disagree with your theories about the Earth Directorate's place in the colonial system. Sadly, as much as I appreciate the board and the new frontier they've opened for us, I believe Halcyon and all their colonies on the rim of the galaxy would fall to pieces or war amongst themselves if the Earth Directorate wasn't around. Regulate trade and settle disputes. Corporations would accept a mandated inclusion of an Earth minister if they had choice on the matter. Never dispute that Earth is the heart of the whole colonial system, but the real adventure and independent spirit which humanity thrives found to be out here among the furthest colonies. The skip drive was not what gave the Earth Directorate power over the corporations. The high cost of the Great War left them in a weakened state. Skip drive is simply the extra leverage the Directorate needed to return to power. Okay. The plasma rifle. A lot of necklaces. There's our book. Corporate ordered me to relocate to the Edgewater Cannery, effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my own gift shop at the community center, selling rare memorabilia, but Scripture tells us that all things happen for a reason. Fortifies the spirit and all. Smoldering in some contraband locker, so I stashed them away in a cave by the river. What's upstairs, big guy? Oh. Oh. I can't. There we go. We're going somewhere. To a cave. There's some power plant or something over there. Transport wreckage.
You got him! That's the last of them.
Getting a bunch of toss ball cards. I've gotten 2 now. Here's that's good. Some armor parts. So that's the geothermal plant. If I've ever seen one. Ooh. Tarmac and cheese.
You're fast.
Handwritten journal name M. Bakanu scrawled on the lower corner. She got a new perk. And I leveled up. It's over here. Oh, okay. All right. So we got the tactical time dilation, the ability for the different body parts. Well, let's go talk to the Vicar. Or actually,
Where are we headed? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
And your rations yet?
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this... French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French! Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. There is little more important than such a precious, rare text. I've
What's
spent
going
my
on
life
here?
searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
At least you still got this.
Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Could be beneficial.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
Part of your Vicar training?
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field.
32nd back. Tossball has confusing rules, apparently.
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
I mean, what happened?
Most laypeople are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's the long and short of it. So, what do you think?
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery. And to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Okay. The Botanical Lab.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
You've got a rifle.
I don't know you.
You're right.
Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A Geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide.
I'm
If
trying
you're
to.
gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Explains why you're still yammering on at me. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
If only you knew somebody who could
It's not like
take
Zoe
care
to
of
go
this.
wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere. Appreciate it. Honest. I'll tell you. Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
Okay, so check her room out.
What is it?
Alright. I like that gun. I want it.